So today in this lecture we shall see how we can work on doing all the validation for links. Validating links in the web page. Okay, now let's open the website. Okay, so if you open this website, you have got several links present in here. Okay, so to check that, what we can do, inspect and then just try to hover in. So in here if you see, this about section, okay, has got A as the anchor tag and href as the attribute, and we have the URL passed in here. Okay, similarly we have got for cheat sheets, okay, A as the anchor tag, href and the links present here. Okay, so it is like in a web page you have got several links. Okay, so I just want to make sure that like how many links are there. Okay, and I have to do the validation to look for any broken links in the web page. Okay, so how are we going to achieve that, we will see in this lecture. Okay, and there's something I wanted to show you. If you go to this network tab, okay, and just try to refresh this page, and if you look at this column status, it is getting as 200 OK, right? And we have got the name of the URL. So it is like whenever you send any request to a server, okay, the server will respond back the message in terms of status. Okay, so this is going fine for this globalsqa.com. okay, but similarly we have got different types of codes which are either invalid or some broken links are there. Okay, so let's see how are we going to achieve that. So first thing that you have to do is first collect all the links from the web page. Okay, then secondly you have to use for each loop to check each link. Okay, and then after that you extract the href attribute from each link. Okay, and then you have to skip any empty or malformed URL. Alright, after that you have to validate with HTTP request. Okay, so in here for achieving this you have to use HTTP client to send HTTP get request to each link. Alright, after that you have to use check the response code. Alright, so for this 200 to this, these are your valid URLs. Okay, and codes like 400 and codes like 404 and 500, it means that the link is broken. Okay, and then at the end you have to output correct URL and broken links. Okay, so let's see how are we going to achieve that. Okay, so for doing this, let's create an interface first. iWeb driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, and in here let's try to maximize the browser. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, once that is done, it is telling us on the first step, collect all the links from the web page. Okay, so we can make use of iList to store all the web elements. So I want to store this links equals to driver dot find elements by dot tag name. Okay, and if you look at the tag name, for every URL we have got anchor tag as, we have got tag as A, which is your anchor tag. Okay, so we can place this in here. Okay, so now that is done. The next step we have got is check each link. Okay, so we have to make sure that the link is valid. Fine, so what I can do, I can make use of for each loop. Okay, and in here I can use string URL equals to link dot get attribute of href. Okay, so it is like every anchor tag has got href as the attribute. I am going to get href value. Okay, now once that is done, I want to look for this condition. So this condition is like, I want to make sure that the URL is not null or empty. Okay, and HTTP. Okay, or this one. Okay, now after that you actually have to have one method which will actually validate all your URLs. Okay, so I can actually call a method validate links and I can pass URL. Okay, before that let's output the number of links we have in the web page. Okay, so for that I can do console.writeLine links. You have got links.count. Okay, now we are done with this. Now we're done until fourth step. Okay, we are checking if the URL is not empty or it's not malformed. Okay, so it's time to go back to fifth step, which is validating your HTTP request. Okay, so for this what I can do, I can actually create static void. Okay, and in here I can actually pass the link one by one. Okay, and in here what I can do, I can actually have one try and catch block. Okay, and this catch can have some exception E. Alright, so in here our fifth step says use HTTP client to send HTTP GET request to each link. Okay, so for doing that we can use using HTTP client Okay, I want to send the request, okay, and get the response using http response message response equals to client dot get async of url dot result. Okay, so whatever result that you're getting, it will be stored in response. Okay, so if you look at this message 200, so that's something initially it is going to store there. All right, when you're done with this, you can actually have one validation. If response is success code, okay, so in that I am going to output console dot write line valid link. Okay, and then you can pass url. Okay, after that you can also mention status code and in here you can pass response dot status code. I hope guys this is clear until here. Okay, now let's else. So if your code is not success, it means that your link is broken. Okay, so I can just modify in here broken link. Okay, and this will remain same. After that, let's catch in your exception console dot write line. Okay, dollar error validating. If you can't do this, it means like you're not able to do the validation, so your exception for error in validating link will be shown. Okay, and then in here you can pass url. Okay, and close this dash exception e dot message. All right, now that you're done with this, okay, what I will actually do, I can give that driver dot quit, driver dot navigate dot go to url. Okay, and then in here paste the url. Now let's run the code. Okay, now if you look at this message, so it's checking all the links one by one, and total links that we have is 132. And just keep an eye on some broken link which would come up. Yeah, you see this broken link, right? So this is how you can do the links validation. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, please ask me over the comments. All right, and yeah, if you like my video, please do like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.